first guest is a multi-platinum selling artist who has one of the most recognizable voices in the world. Give it up for Josh Groban. Okay, Josh, you gotta take me back since you're on my couch with me.
Yes.
How did you get your start in music?
Well, I mean, I feel so unbelievably fortunate. You know, they say that luck is preparation meets opportunity, and I was just like a 17-year-old kid. I grew up in Los Angeles, but I was not, you know, I didn't have stars in my eyes. I was not like looking to be a solo artist. I was just, I had very artistic parents, which I was very lucky for, but otherwise I was just going to school, and a producer named David Foster, a wonderful Grammy-winning producer.
Wow, you know David Foster?
Yeah, David Foster, amazing. As producers go, if a producer is gonna call, he's a good one to call.
Yes.
And said, hey, I need a kid who can sing at an event. And I was working with somebody who gave him like 5 or 6 tapes, and I was one of the tapes, and he chose me. And 3 weeks later, he said, hey, you were great at that thing. I'm at the Grammys with Celine. I need somebody to fill in. Andrea Bocelli, the great Andrea Bocelli, he was stuck on a plane.
Wow.
Yes, I love Andrea. And
that is amazing.
so he called me in. I had to like leave history class to go and sing with Celine.
You were in class?
I was in class. I had to get permission. I was going to an arts high school, so they were like, we understand. But you know, it was a time period where, you know, I had to walk through those doors. I was very nervous.
Yeah.
I had to kind of be a student and a professional at the same time, but I also understood that this was an opportunity that might never come around again. So, you know, 21 years later, I look back on that, and I really am very grateful that I had a chance to learn from the greats back then, and be a student. And I still try to be a student.
Wow, yeah. That's how you become as great as you are. So did you always want to be a singer?
I think deep down, I knew that singing and music was my language. I was a really shy kid in school. I had kind of a hard time making friends. I was really kind of trapped inside myself for a lot of my schooling, and it was those teachers. It was those arts teachers, the music teachers, the choir teacher who pulled me out from the back and said, hey, I'm gonna give you that solo, and it's gonna be an assignment. You have to do it, because I know you're too shy to do it on your own. And feeling that expression for the first time in my life made me realize that this was a language that was going to be my most fluent language for the rest of my life. And so I would sing, you know, behind closed doors. I would lock my bedroom door, and I'd sing along to albums and cast recordings of Broadway shows and things like that. But it wasn't until those teachers pulled me out and had me do it that I realized I wanted to do it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, the other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to be a veterinarian, but I am not smart enough for that. So I'm glad I had an ear.
Did you do magic too?
I did do some magic. Yes, I did. Yes, as a matter of fact.
Oh, you got it? I'm kidding. I was like, you give us a trick?
No, next visit, I promise I'll bring props. I did and do love magic, because when you're a shy, nerdy kid, I feel like liking magic is like something that's just part of your tool belt. I auditioned for the Magic Castle here in Los Angeles, California. I did not make it into the Magic Castle here in Los Angeles, California, because I had a coin trick. I dropped the coin. The kid that I brought up as my assistant laughed at me. And I never did that again.
Never did that again?
No, that was not as supportive a situation as the choir teacher. But I think I made it out okay.
Okay, so I know for me as a performer, I love sharing the mic with the audience. Do you share the mic a lot?
Oh, I like doing that. It's like a fun, because I'm sure it's the same, that you know the things you're gonna do on stage, you know the songs that you want to do, and you have like your tent poles during a concert. I'm gonna sing this song here and this song there. But I love going out into the audience, and I love chatting with people and figuring out like who's in Milwaukee tonight, who's in New York tonight. And oftentimes people will, like, they'll raise their hand or they'll yell out in the middle of one of your songs, can my son or daughter sing with you? Oftentimes the confidence goes beyond the ability, but which is just fine. But yeah, and people sometimes think that it's it's a setup, but I love the spontaneity of
sharing the moment with them, right? And letting them be a part of it, because that's what I love to do. Okay, so tell me, you performed with Miss Aretha Franklin?
I did.
What was that like?
There we are.
I want to hear all about it.
As you know extremely well, she was just the most giving, most incredible artist. We all knew Aretha Franklin for the legendary artistic prowess in her voice, of course, that spanned generations. But But the most amazing thing that I experienced being with her was just how open she was to just to trying new things and to the collaboration.
Yes.
And all the greats have never stopped learning. When I meet, whether it's Aretha Franklin or Tony Bennett or whoever it is, they always had a fire to keep trying new things and new styles. So, but the biggest thing that I learned from working with Aretha Franklin is that no matter what you rehearse backstage, when the microphone goes to her mouth, your microphone goes down. And that was just...
That sounds about right.
That was an instinct that I learned immediately, that when that sound came out, it was like, I have nothing to offer this.
Nothing.
This is, yes, that is...
You just want to sit,
I just want to listen and be a fan.
student,
I want to be a fan this
take a
close.
lesson.
This close, I got to be a fan.
I agree with you again, Josh.
Very fun. But no, she was an absolute treasure, and it was a great thrill to do. That was for Mandela's birthday celebration we did at Radio City Music Hall.
What did y'all say?
Yeah. We sang You Raised Me Up.
You Raised Me
Yeah,
Up. Oh
we
my
did.
God,
Yes,
that's
we
such
did.
a moment.
Yes.
You know, one of my favorites that you do
What's that?
is Impossible Dream.
Oh, one of the greats.
That
One of the
song-
greats. That's got a very inspirational.
It does.
Yes. Yes.
Now, Josh, you know I can't have you sit here on this couch and not ask if we could sing a little bit of it.
Oh my goodness, is
Can
that
we
what those
sing
microphones are for?
Yes, we have mics.
Hidden behind these
can't
cheeky
have him
roses?
I mean,
Do I dare?
Yes. Can
Oh,
we do
my.
it? I get to sing with Josh. Okay,
Oh
this
my
is one of my favorite songs, and then I love your rendition of it.
I have a feel. Am I going to start?
Yeah, what you want to say?
When your voice comes out of your mouth, that's when it's my turn for my
Oh,
microphone
stop it.
to do this.
I'm following your lead. I'm the student. I am the student. Okay.
All right. To dream the impossible dream, to find the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, and to run where the brave dare not go. To right the unrightable wrong. Ooh, to love pure and chaste from afar. To try when your arms are too weary. To reach the unreachable star.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel and turn on that notification bell so you're the first to see our latest videos.